Good afternoon and hello world. I'm Maya Sundermeyer and I would like to welcome you to the latest episode of my blog series. So far I've been able to use my blogs to talk about what it's been like for me to live on the autism spectrum. Other areas include giving my 2 cents in terms of what is going on with autism in the media versus what's going on with autism in reality. In other areas, I give tips now to individuals on the autism spectrum and their families and their peers and their mentors, and to general education, to special education teachers, for roommates and in living situations, and to caregivers and respite providers, and to anyone that's in our community in general. And finally, I like to cover topics that I am passionate about that have absolutely nothing to do with autism. And that's because I would like you guys to know who I am as a person, and I want you guys to know that I'm a whole person, as well as you guys getting to know the girl behind the camera. And in this video blog, what I'd like to do is do a combination of sharing my experiences of living on the autism spectrum, and then I also would like to give you some tips. But first, I would like to mention that living on the autism spectrum and talking about it is not all about sensory issues and how I perceive things and how I read cues and how I need to be taught differently than everybody else. This is something that I think is rather critical. So here's the story side. And anyway, about 12 years ago, I had been living on my own under a lease with 2 roommates. And that lease was just about to expire. And I was in the process of looking for another living arrangement because A, that lease was just way too expensive, and B, it wasn't working out for me to stay there, and then C, my other roommates and I had agreed that it just was not the best fit for them or for myself. So it was, in my searches that I was looking for a housekeeping type position where I would earn my keep by doing chores and helping elderly individuals with their cooking and their cleaning, and they would pay me some sort of money in addition to getting free room and board. And I ended up running into one of those situations when I found it on it was on the board of a campus for housing options, and one of those options was to stay in a household like that where I would help a realtor. And it also turned out that when I talked to them on the phone that they were an adult foster care provider, meaning that they worked with people with individual disabilities, and so it was like a group home setting, and they were looking for a housekeeper that lived there all the time to possibly help out. And I thought that since they had been working with other people with disabilities, they would understand my situation. Little did I know that they would be more interested in the fact that I had a label and that they could possibly take advantage of me by taking my money. So they tried to say that, well, maybe you qualify for adult foster care, and they tried to tell everyone that they were not interested in me unless I qualified for those things. And so the point that I wanted to make to you guys is that you have to be very careful as to where and when you tell someone that you have autism. And I would like to say this to people on the spectrum that are going to be going out in public. They're going to be living on their own. They're going to be working at a job. I mean, again, you have to be really careful because there are all kinds of crooks out there that like to use your autism and your disability as an opportunity for them to make money. And that's exactly what this individual who was running this adult foster care program thought they could do to me. They didn't care as to whether or not I could possibly have learned some new skills while I was there. They didn't care as to whether or not I could be so high functioning that I could learn how to be a great output for the community, and that I could learn to move beyond the group home setting, and they didn't care. Instead, they just only cared about themselves. And why? That's because I happened to open up my mouth, and I was naive at the time. So my advice to any of you that are looking for work, that are meeting new people for the first time, It is a bad idea to tell them during your first meeting that you have autism. It would be better for them to get to know you as a person and for them to see that something is off than for you to open your mouth right away. Rather, again, it's better for them to get to know you as a person and know your gifts and talents and know who you are as a person so that maybe them taking advantage of you is just won't happen. So, anyway, if any of you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. I mean, in the meantime, I am out of time. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and share this with any forms of autism resources and autism support groups for adults and youth transitioning into adulthood from the high school and all kinds of organizations. Until next time, I'm Maya and I'm signing off.